Madam.
Okay, we're live. So shh. Don't get him started. Shut it up.
Let him out. I'll take him away. You motherfucker.
Control, this is SD682. Approach to space. Covert.
SD682, you are cleared to deliver Fleet Admiral Palmer and Party to Communications Studio 01. Over.
Wait. I can't have that when I'm on this thing.
Good evening, everybody. This is your Commander Starfleet. I am joined tonight with Admiral Kimberly Donahue, Associate Producer of the AMA, Admiral Wayne Augustson, Regional Coordinator, Admiral Mike Stein, Captain Maria Dutilly, Fleet Captain Frank Gonzalez, and Admiral Bran Stimpson. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
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 How's everybody doing?
What?
So, how's everybody evening? Do you really want me to ask anything, Steve? No, not really, Jeff. I don't. No, not particularly. Good evening to Ray, Antonio, Deborah, Fran, Mary, Joel. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody's holiday season going so far?
So far, so good.
Okay.
I
Quite.
guess that's a good thing. Patrick, hey, good seeing you. It's been a long time. So, what's going on in everybody's neck of the woods?
I'm hoping Gumby will get to come on if he gets his technical difficulties fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Not much up here.
Same old, same old.
Also,
Nice and cold in New England.
So, something that
Not here. So
something that's going to be required, it looks like, for our tax returns, or not tax returns, but our nonprofit status. One of the requirements now is we have to have somebody on the corporate level that is the Office of Foreign Sales Control and Compliance Officer. That basically checks the entire list of people who are coming to the international conference against the government's no-fly list.
What?
I kid you not. I'm working on it with, yeah.
Oh wow.
wow. On the no-fly list.
Yeah, so
That's our responsibility.
All right. Well, that sounds fun.
that's what I said. I was like, holy shit. So, but after this is done, we have our not-for-profit status back. We'll be good.
Good.
And then we'll find out how bad Uncle Sam bends us over and inserts the cactus.
Cow or pineapple.
Oh, Starfleet's used to that by now, so.
That's very true, Wayne. Very true.
We can't make everybody happy in this organization because it seems to be you do one thing to make somebody happy and then boom! Mother Nature comes in and says, here, hold my beer. I got a surprise for you.
Oh, absolutely. Welcome to Starfleet.
Yes, welcome to Starfleet. That's what I say. So, but yeah, it's how it's still. No fly list. Yeah, Jeff, I shit you not. Hang on. Let me go back here and read these messages because
No fly list.
I guess if to make sure we're checking for like terrorists or something.
Is that TSA job?
So let me see here.
I don't know. Kim looks a little iffy to me sometimes, but
I haven't flown since,
Yeah.
oh gosh, about 8 years, maybe 9.
were there jet engines or propellers?
Jet. I flew to Minnesota, of all places.
Why would anybody
It's
fly this?
basically the
That's when
no-fly
Tom
list.
got his doctorate.
Listen, it's basically the no-fly list of people our government considers dangerous. So I'm going to have to, yeah. Well, this is something new that is being required.
Do we have people in Starfleet that qualify? That really?
Really, Mike? Have you been on the Facebook pages lately? I seem to breathe and somebody goes ape shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it sounds like a TSA issue, not a Starfleet issue. I mean, really?
Yeah.
That's
That
like,
seems like a weird requirement, but
this
Yeah.
has been at 9 p.m. Central since you initiated it. And Russell said 12 people messaged him, what time is it tonight? She didn't put what time the AMA is. Don't people pay attention?
Yeah.
Nope.
So it is. Hell, it sucks, but hey, you gotta do what we gotta do. Gotta get this shit done. Because I'll probably be the only CS that'll actually fix this shit properly.
I got to
Well,
add Bran to my naughty list.
yeah, why'd I get the naughty list? What'd I do?
Because you made a joke about my age.
No, I just asked you how long it was.
And I'd given
It
you
had
a
nothing to do with your
compliment.
age.
Yes, if I had jet engines on the plane.
Are you writing nice calligraphy at least?
No, I can't write with it. I had to go to Minnesota. And that's,
Hey, if he's already on the list, what's the lose?
Hey,
Yeah, really. I'm there.
Don't
I'm
have
trying to get to
to.
the top. I want to be the top. If I'm going to do this, I want to be the top of the list.
no, Irvon took exception to you saying that about Minnesota, but no, we had to fly out there when Tom graduated, and he didn't let me go to the Mall of America. I said, I'm in freaking Minnesota, and you won't let me go to the Mall of America.
Minnesota. Hey.
Yeah.
You
I've been there. 2018.
Welcome
now.
back to the AV, by the way, Mike.
What's that?
I was welcoming Irvine back to the AB.
Yes.
Yes.
Haha. Yeah.
I did make that announcement, didn't I? I think I did.
Yes, you did.
I saw it, so you must have. Otherwise, I wouldn't know.
You dreamed it. You sensed
I
it.
could have. I really
You
could have.
did, I think.
Although, if I'm dreaming of Mike, I got some big problems. But I mean, just really big problems. Nothing against Mike. He's a great guy, but yeah, no.
I don't know if I'd ever want to be an RC.
No,
It's a lot of work.
no.
It depends on the region, I think.
A lot of hard.
It definitely depends on the region.
Well-
Frank's right.
Yeah.
No.
Not
I
a
mean,
region one.
I am.
Yeah, I'll say region 1 is way too large.
Yeah.
It could be like 2 or 3 regions by now, I think.
Oof, region
I
one.
am quite content to be on the captain level, and that's enough for me. Thank you.
I like doing my captain part or commanding officer, and then I like helping out, on fleet level. But no,
Well, at least I'm blessed. Everybody, I get along with almost everybody in my region, and they, I support them. They support me, so I have no issues with the ships in my region. They're all a bunch of good people. And I'm
it's
not.
good.
It's good.
Yeah,
How much do they
read
pay you for that,
the-
Wayne? Do you get paid for that?
No, I did. Well, they tell me
You
that-
can't see his hands. There's a reason he's that close to the camera. He's taking
That
his
could be.
job.
That could be.
After the week I've had, I have my friend here tonight with my
Oh,
coach.
there you go.
Cool. Gee, what kind of AMA are we having tonight?
Woohoo.
Not that type of AMA. Tomorrow's after dark, and I believe that will be the last. We'll go do kind of like a New Year's thing. I don't know how it's really going to go just yet, but I figured we at least kick out the end of the year with an after dark and have a good time. So
There you go.
Well,
I'm going to
hopefully we're gonna have
Maria's
some time on
New Year's
AMA.
Eve.
Huh?
I said I hope we're gonna have a good time on AMA and not just after dark.
Well,
Right.
this depends. Do you all fall as if your region has been hurt or hindered by the COVID-19, or has region been challenged?
Definitely hindered.
Oh yeah, I think the entire fleet has been hindered because
Oh yeah, we're definitely hindered.
I've had to send out a mandate on telling everybody that if they're meeting in person, or they need to probably cancel it and go online to keep health wise, and it's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the entire organization's been hindered.
And
Yeah.
Jimmy from Region 7. Hey, Jimmy. Thanks for
Region-
the question.
Region
And
1 didn't meet it.
7 has done really good with getting adjusting to like the new reality. I mean, we do a lot of Zoom stuff, so
The temporary reality.
temporary.
I hope so. God, yeah.
Also-
Wayne's
Yeah,
right.
we've our chapters have adapted using Zoom and Discord, so we're doing all our virtual meetings. But
Yeah.
the recruiting is the hurting because we can't do any activities, and all our
Right.
My chapter in September, we went back to normal, regular meetings, but
Mhm.
we all practice, common sense, which
Right.
is very important, and safety and all that. So we don't do the activities in person right now that we used to do, but we are meeting at least for meetings, and everybody masks up, and we're all social distance and all that. So, and it's worked out pretty good so far.
Right. And the Stella Pirata, we did the Western Regional Summit in September. Got all the regional chapters together at the park. We did it safely. No one got sick, everything like that. But now the Pirata, just like everyone else, is just shut down. No in-person activities. That was one of our last in-person activities. Actually, was in September. So
The
been a
Yorktown's still not meeting in person, but we've got people doing stuff in their own little pockets, still doing stuff.
Right.
And I make lots of phone calls. In fact, I called 4 Crew today just to catch up. And Jeff, if you want to know who's on the After Dark tomorrow night, you'll have to speak with Justin. He does that scheduling.
Yeah,
So-
we started doing a lot of using Roll20 to do role playing games. One of the guys of my second officer, he hosts, and so we include everybody in the region to join in. So we're doing Star
Right.
Trek Adventures, Tales from the Loop, Aliens, and anything else, and we do it like every Sunday.
SBA is pretty good.
And Maria, I missed your movie.
right.
Jeff, I know you were asking Steve, but I doubt Steve knows. He didn't know who was going to be on tonight, and I'd sent him an email.
Yeah.
He goes, "What's up? What are we doing tonight?" I said, "The AMA USA edition." He goes, "Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Also,
got
the Stella Pirata and the U.S. Venture, we also do Roll20 Dungeons and Dragons every weekend.
I
So-
missed your Wonder Woman meeting."
Give me 1 second, guys.
Yep.
We figured that already because you've only done that twice now. But
I don't have a warm fuzzy with Roll20, so I might
Yeah.
try Google Hangouts or something like that to do
Right.
something for
Yeah,
interested in the region.
Yeah, I game with some non-Starfleet people for Warhammer, and we use Google Hangout, and it works just.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
I am.
I really like that platform too.
Google Hangout.
Yeah, that's a good gaming thing for role playing too.
well, Roll20 is good if you want to do maps and things.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what we use it for. We put all the. So when you're doing Star Trek Adventures, you have all the different, the deck plans for the different sites. People can do
They're
all.
all there now. Oh, that's cool. Last time I checked,
Yeah.
they weren't there, but that was months
Yeah,
ago.
it can do all the rolls. It can do rolls for you, or you can do your own rolling. And it's easier because we're all over the place up here.
Right.
Well, yeah.
So
Oh, I just want to say hi to Joe, my crew member Joe. Hey Joe, I see you. Pittsburgh. hey, I even got the towel out.
Yeah, you got your terrible towel there. Got to do something with Ben, though, but that's a whole different conversation.
Right. Yeah.
Margaret, did you make it? Margaret Granville couldn't get her Facebook to work. I said, "Go watch it on YouTube."
There you go. No, we got lucky here in Colorado. Back in October, we got to do a Halloween event with a couple of local comic shops. And then just this month, we got invited to a social distance cosplaying food and toy drive, which was really cool.
Oh man!
Basically, what we did is lined up, all the different groups kind of lined up their vehicles and stuff and displays on the side of the road. And the people just drove by that were donating to the food bank. And we all waved and unloaded their cars and did all sorts of
Nice.
And Rachel, what ship would that be? What chapter? The Dauntless. Yay! I went to the Dauntless's holiday party. It was fun.
Nice.
Teleparty. I don't think I've heard of that one. I've heard of Slack, but I haven't heard of Teleparty. So many streaming things nowadays. Who the heck knows?
I have a question for everybody here. Has anybody else participated in the food drive to go against the Klingons, the CAGs?
No.
Nope.
I have.
We did.
So I hope we win. So
How
who
much
knows?
food did you get, Maria?
What?
How much food did you do? How many pounds?
Well, we did. The Stella Pirata did 55 pounds. So.
And where you donated that to a local food pantry?
Yeah, do your local food bank. Yeah, I donated my food to the food bank that we volunteer. The Stella Pirata volunteers at the Greater Community Food Bank of Pittsburgh, and all the food goes all throughout the Western PA region. So that's who we donated to.
I guess every major city has a food bank. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I think every city does. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's 8 or 10 here in Colorado and in Denver alone.
right.
Oh gosh, thank you. Ooh, 31. Did you watch it? Oh, thanks, Ed. Well, beverage, yay. Oh, he's back.
Well,
We're talking about him now.
Let's see. I was actually we've been cleaning today because my wife has surgery Monday. She's gonna be off to the end of March. We're trying to get everything 100% cleaned up, so we're just now eating dinner. And she brought me a plate of homemade stroganoff.
I've cooked for the past 5 days, 3 meals a day. I'm exhausted from cooking.
Should get
I had my
delivery.
castle tonight.
I wanted something in Charlotte. I'm supposed to stay open to eat. That was hard.
Oh, he's taking the headset off again.
You should get Uber Eats or something.
Yeah.
You need to see his hairline. There's the Commander Starfleet hairline for you all.
Yeah.
There it is, right there, receding and everything.
Yeah, so like in 2021 is days away. What is your cruise plans for the future?
Not to see this Commander Starfleet's hairline.
Conventions.
Well,
Yeah,
up here,
I
we're
walked up
probably,
in the back
we're
door.
probably not talking. We're talking June, probably at the earliest. if we-
Yeah,
the convention.
In person.
we've already had our big one here canceled for
Right.
next year already.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Oh,
that's in
man.
May, I think.
I live in a small city. We only have 2, and they both were canceled.
Yeah. So the convention's in Providence for Rhode Island Comic Con. That's actually one of the major field hospitals here in Rhode Island. So obviously we can't have a convention there if they're in the middle of a field hospital.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what happened to ours last year. Was
So-
Denver Convention Center was a field hospital.
Yep.
And then it got pushed to December, which was a horrible time to try to throw a convention anyway, but
Mhm.
in Colorado anyway.
I want to go to Las Vegas next year for the convention.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh, I know about that.
Oh, that's good. That's a good, you know. I
I've
don't
never
think you got
been.
full hair though at 2020 there, Antonio, but maybe. You have pictures of that? I want to see video evidence.
That's the 55-year mission tour.
You know,
It's in
since he
August.
can't hear, we ought to get with Amber and get her to dig up one of his kid pictures, like a high school picture.
There
Or
you go.
maybe- That would be because he likes showing everybody else's picture.
Yep. Hey, Mike, were you just talking about the Star Trek Las Vegas
Yeah,
convention?
yeah. I got that. That was on our ship agenda for our meeting. That's Creation's 55 mission tour 2021. That's
Yeah, I
August
got tickets
11th,
for that.
August 15th. But
I want to go see that. If I
Yeah.
can talk himself into going.
that's at the Rio Suites Hotel and Casino.
Yeah, that's where it's been for a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Creation
That's
lost
awesome.
their CBS contract
Yeah,
this year,
that's
though, so that's why it's not called Star Trek Las Vegas this year.
Yeah. They should have about over 100 guests there, maybe 100 guests there. I
They've
think.
got 93 confirmed right now, assuming that
93?
things don't go crazy.
Yeah.
I want to
The tickets
go.
are expensive though, right? How much are gold tickets? Like almost 1,000?
Oh,
think-
gold tickets are expensive as crud. I got copper,
yeah.
and they're about 1,000 a piece.
A copper's 1,000. I thought gold was
I
1,000.
think it was 800, something like that. I don't remember now.
Wow. Wow.
Wait, it's in my email here. Hold on.
Yeah, I know somebody went a couple of years ago. She paid almost 1,000 for gold. So that was a couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
gold is really expensive.
I'm going to Disney in May. That's all I care about.
There
yeah.
you go.
I'm going to
Actually, I
World
just
of
had,
Harry
some
Potter
friends tell
this
me they're
summer.
going to Disney in April or May too.
We're trying to go to Ticonderoga for the Star Trek.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
I want to make
Yeah,
it.
that would be good.
Yeah.
The number
He's adding a TNG set.
Yeah. That looks like it's going to be cool.
The
So we're
set
hoping
they
that,
have down, they have a set in Georgia. And of course, it's not
Yep.
as nice as that. But we're going to go. I'd like to go to that at the end of January if I can talk Tom into it.
Well,
Oh,
Kim,
yeah.
why don't
Lauren
Kim,
was
why don't
just trying
you
to talk
go
me
to
into
it?
doing that. What was that, Steve?
Because
What?
I'm going the 5th and 6th to the one in Georgia, in Kingsland, Georgia, and I'm going to be a special guest at Dreadnought Studios
Where? When?
this February 5th and 6th. I'm going down there, and they're going to be they're
Oh, you
shooting
doing the
me.
February one?
They're having the appreciation the weekend before. Why?
Yeah, they're shooting me. They're shooting me as the Fleet Admiral, the first one
They're
that they've
actually
ever
shooting
had.
you? Can we get video of you being shot?
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, we got pies in the face for the other ones, but you're taking it above and
Neutral
beyond.
Zone Studios.
Oh.
Neutral Zone Studios.
Hey, there's Lauren.
You're going to be there in February. Well, maybe I can talk Tom into doing it because we want to go see my mother-in-law. She's in Jacksonville.
He's going to break the camera, Lauren. I'm just saying. Did you tell these people that? Oh, look at that hairline.
Lauren.
Comes to a point.
Lauren White.
Get her on the After Dark show there, Stephen, by the way.
She needs to be on After Dark.
Yeah, she needs to be on After Dark. You need to do that. Make that happen. An interview with him? What's he going to say? Hey, my name is Stephen.
And
My name is Steven. I'm surrounded by assholes in my administration, preferably Bran Stimpson.
I'm not part of your administration.
You
I'm on
want
your staff.
It's just as bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably. Actually, got 3 levels of your staff here, come to think of it.
Yeah.
But Frank needs to start sending me monthly reports. That'd be a nice idea.
Yeah, Frank, that is a requirement.
You're right.
I hate to blast you right here, buddy, but
Hey,
this guy right here can take 5
Oh, there he is.
minutes.
yes, I know. But the work gets done. That's all I can say is at least the work's good.
That's why I haven't been complaining too much.
Yeah, but 2021 we're gonna be more strict. So
That Wawa ice
I
skate
want-
over there.
I want the members to see that our teams are actually working and keeping our promises. So therefore, January 1st, 2021. If you think I've been an asshole yet, just wait. Hold my beer because it's coming.
Region 7 has no issues with me that I know of.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's right, true. I may have spoken too soon.
They might now.
What event are you referring to, Al? Al asked, how do we join the event?
You talking about the studio tour at Neutral Zone there? I think Lauren's got it posted on some stuff.
Come on down. You can be. I'll be the Fleet Admiral in the original costume, and I found out today it's gonna be a gift. Me going down there, I get to keep the costume that's being made for me.
Nice.
Wow, that's lovely.
Oh, Steve, Jeff Higdon asked who was the guest tomorrow on After Dark. And I told him if he needed to know that he could ask Justin because Justin schedules it. And he's like, hey, I was asking Steve. So will you answer him if you know who the guests are tomorrow night?
Hey Jeff, I have no idea. Get with Justin. I don't. They do this. I don't find out who the guest is until about 15 minutes beforehand, just like tonight. If I knew Frank Gonzalez was going to be on here, I'd have called out. Just saying.
Except for Bran, everybody else has been booked for 2 months.
Yeah, you just hit me up today.
Mm-hmm.
Figured you were trying to butter me up or something.
No, you make me laugh. So and I figured Gumby might not get to come, and so I wanted another. I was trying to balance it.
So I asked Bran to work up a couple of concepts, and since we have at least 39 members right now watching, or 29, I can't even see, but
need glasses already.
So this is one of the bags we're going to be offering.
Oh, make your screen large, Stephen. There you go.
We are Starfleet.
So like it's got the commander's logo on the bottom.
We can change that. It doesn't have to be the commander's logo, by the way.
It's got a nice little zipper pouch here. It's made out of really good material. There's three or four different colors.
Wait, what is it? Is it like a cinch sack?
Yeah, it's a cinch sack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then here's a concept T-shirt. These are like what type of shirt is it? It's like a thin, breathable material.
Oh, that's an athletic shirt I grabbed. That's just an athletic shirt I grabbed.
Yeah. So
I like that.
Lauren, I always need
I
you.
want to buy that.
and then of course we've got the mugs we're going to start doing now. And since, obviously the virus is not going away, we're going to start offering masks. You can get your custom mag with your ship's logo on it.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yep. That's my logo.
So,
Oh, nice.
Steve, I will not be down there on the 5th. I'll have to go the weekend before because it's closed.
oh, poor baby.
I don't care.
You'll be all right.
I understand.
I'll
And the
wave
good thing with that stuff, Steve,
I'll wave at you when I go through the state of Tennessee.
You won't be up near me.
and the good stuff about that is Linda doesn't have to have a bunch of inventory on hand.
Good.
It'll be made as it's ordered.
Are you gonna do it at a spread store or like a spreadshirt store? Or something?
Nope, it's done right here in my house.
Okay.
Yep. Actually, right over there.
Oh,
So we
you're buying
can
in
submit
advance?
our own ship's logo for the mask.
Yeah, I can do that.
So you're buying inventory in advance? Is that what you're doing?
I'll buy the inventory, the blanks as it's ordered, because I can just go down the street and pick them up from the supplier.
Okay.
There's a comment sort of question.
Hey, somebody else mentioned that today.
That would
Yeah.
be me.
No, that's right, Kim. You just said that you had the problem proving you were a human.
Yep.
Yeah, David, that's we're looking into that. I think they're in the process of switching it over to the new web host, and it's causing some issues. But that is something I scheduled a phone call tomorrow evening to talk to Tony Knobs.
Who is handling the quartermaster site right now? Yeah, DJ, we can do that.
Mortensen, I think it was.
Hey, TJ, did you ever find out if the scholarship winners get a certificate or something?
See that, TJ? You jumped up and now you got questions.
Mm-hmm.
How come none of your EC is ever on this thing?
Because they're scared. I think because the members.
Gummy's got tech issues, so
The members want some of my EC members on a block with their heads.
Jeff's been on a couple of times and on the After Dark. Linda doesn't do technology, so she doesn't come on.
Good point.
Herring doesn't come on. He refuses.
Who?
James
Oh,
Herring.
Herring. James. Yeah, gotcha. All right.
Who's left?
Corey is always on Region 15.
Well, yeah, he's the AB. Corey is on a lot,
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy and stuff. But who is left? There's somebody we're missing. Oh, Tony. But that'd be
He's always so busy.
Yeah, he's just crazy busy. I catch him every once in a while to do a help desk thing here and there.
Anybody can ask to be on. You don't have to be a member of the EC or the AB or even a CO. They just have to message me on Facebook or email me at co.ussyorktown@gmail.com. I guess I can
we
make
do
it
these
better. Look at that. I like that.
Whoa, that's nice.
Now the mugs and the Stein I just had is what I saw. Was that Parker? I think I just saw Dan Parker say something. But anyway,
It was for a second, but I put Lauren up because she was first. Could we do a scholarship that's open to everyone, Steve?
Board members.
I'll leave this to my esteemed colleague Wayne, who's apparently muted and can't talk. So
Hey, this first time Wayne's ever been that quiet. Listen.
Yeah. Dude, why not have it open now? I thought it
was open now too. I thought it wasn't as locked in as it used to be.
It's only open. It's open to everybody that's a member.
Oh well, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Is she what? Lauren, what are you asking?
I would like to see him get a certificate or something other than an email 4 months later.
No reason we couldn't do a certificate.
If you
It'd be nice.
E-certificate is easy as crud to do.
Right, it'd be just a cute little certificate.
Kim, if you want to lodge a complaint, there's a hand grenade on my desk that says pull for the next number. Just pull it and wait, and we'll see you when we need you, okay?
Smarty pants. I already went through the proper channels. I was just making a general comment that an e-certificate takes like 10 minutes at the maximum to make. And I think moving forward, it would be nice. The scholarship person said, I don't
Remember.
have that often. I said, maybe you should. Okay, now. Let's see. Lauren tells Steve to mind his mouth.
Who said that?
Lauren what?
Lauren.
Hey, Lauren, if you're big enough, try to
Fran
come
wants to know how long does it take to process membership renewals?
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, Frank.
There you go.
Sorry,
It's at least 6 months.
child.
5 to 7 years.
Ain't that a fucking truth?
No, Frank does it actually pretty quick. I think he does it every.
It's been averaging about, since it's basically by myself. I just did some yesterday, and I'm going to do the rest tomorrow for the end of the year, and then January 1 start a whole new spreadsheet.
And then we are supposed to be working on bringing some people in to
Yes.
help Frank, but COVID happened, holidays happened, life happened.
Excuses.
So, yeah, I think we were going to have Alan O'Shea help out because he's over in Ireland, so he could do it on off time from Frank, so they could kind of rotate back and forth or something. And there was somebody else we talked.
Yeah, so the way we were doing it when we had it was actually Cher and myself. She would do it. She was in East time zone with me, so she'd do it at 9 o'clock in the morning. She would process anything that was there at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 to 10. And then after that, she would stop, and anything that was there at 9 o'clock at night when I caught on, I would take care of that, and that's what we would just alternate.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Drew said STEM is important and promoting it to the general public, we can get noticed and aid growth. Comments? That's how I got my crew member. She saw that there was a scholarship program, and so she joined Starfleet and asked to join our crew. And 2 years later, she gets a scholarship. So she's happy.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there's no reason why we can't promote, like, on the chapter level, these programs. I mean, I mentioned it when we're recruiting is
Oop, hit the wrong one. Sorry, Lauren.
yeah. Now, Fran, did we not answer your question, by the way?
She said never mind. So,
No. All right. It's every couple of days is the general answer. So
yeah,
But Frank does process it because I put 2 people in for renewal 2 days ago, and they're gone. They're not pending anymore. So thank you, Frank.
you're welcome. Took a little longer this time because of Christmas. I took off the.
what?
Yeah, we all have to keep
Who
in mind
authorized that?
that
I didn't
all
authorize.
volunteers here are exactly that, volunteers, and that they have. If people don't get
Lives.
it right away, it will be gotten to.
Yeah.
Okay, Steve stepped away, but Cher asked, how are we going to promote Starfleet going into 2021? So you all weigh in on that.
I think one way is just to continue to have like online events. I mean, that's what we can do, and just kind of promote it, like even people who are not in Starfleet International. Like, hey, just Star Trek fans, you just like Star Trek, just come meet us.
Yeah.
That's what I can think of. I mean, on Stella Pirata, we run movie events on Zoom.
Yeah.
Like I try and do anything and everything on Zoom. So that's what I try and do. What about you guys?
Yeah, I use meetup.com. We have a monthly that works for us. We've gotten a few members that way over the years. But I think we were meeting once a month too, and having a separate meetup in person. But I could have delayed that this month and possibly next month with the spikes going on. So I thought that would be a good idea rather than usually meet in a diner. But I think I put that off a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see how the weeks go by. I may do January or February. I don't know. But we've been doing monthly Zoom meetup meetings to get new members. So that's advertised. That's how we're doing it. USS Justice in northern New Jersey.
Right.
Bran, there's a question for you.
It's Kira. Hi, Kira. She's over the mountain over there, over in Utah. We're still working out the exact way to do it, Kira. But yes, you can contact me, especially if you want Arushi stuff. And I think I said that right anyway, I hope. And all that fun stuff. You know how to get a hold of me.
Travel members. Aren't they eligible?
All that had my kids have been members since they were little kids, since they were, I don't know, Matthew was like 6 or 7, Morgan even younger.
Aren't children of members eligible or no? Or they children have to be cadets?
They should be.
I think they have to be members to be eligible.
Yeah, you have to be a member.
Your child is
You
not
have
a
to be a
member,
cadet.
I don't think
You
they're
have to be a
eligible.
cadet to be eligible. Okay.
Lots of drinking. I can't drink, but that's what I understand.
Take it.
That's a good question, though. I mean, Zoom fatigue. It's getting kind of crazy.
It's real. It is real. Like I feel.
I don't prefer Zoom. I mean, I'll do these shows, but I'm content with Discord. I really am. I know what people look like. I don't need to see a face all the time. Nobody needs to see me all the time. That's all.
We do the Tiburon does a Zoom once a month for a social night, and there's like 9 or 10 of us that jump on for that, and then we do it for our command meetings. But
Okay,
so the point is changing it.
here we go.
So
We got 2 different topics going on. Let's do first. Steve, while you were away, Cher asked how we were
Oh yeah, that's right.
Starfleet going into 2021. So she's following up, suggesting radio, newspapers, etc. What do you have any plans? Tell us.
Sure. Maybe we can get a news radio station to do something about a nerd group. I have no idea. You'd have to pay that and what really needs to be done is probably online promotion, because there's no sense of doing it on a radio, because if you do it one area, well, that's great. That's one town out of thousands.
Well, what about XM Sirius? If you go on that, I don't know. I guess there would be a huge cost to something like that. But that's worldwide. That's national.
I mean, Mike, we've got people that complain that they can't pay the $5 a year to be in the membership. Do you really think they have XM radio?
Right.
Probably. That's where the $5 is going.
Okay, so if you have,
for my XM Sirius monthly.
if people have suggestions for how to promote Starfleet, who should they contact, Steve? You don't want them to come directly to you. Who do you want to appoint?
Communications.
Communicate, go to Jeff, send their ideas.
Go to Jeffrey Higdon.
Okay.
COMMS at SFI.org. And if you need his phone number, I can hook you up too.
Yeah, don't they have a person doing social media?
Yeah, I thought we had
Eric Johansson.
We had a department that was handling promotion, the promoting the fleet and stuff.
I don't know.
I will
To answer Fran real
put up a
quick,
banner.
there are no renewal. When you renew, there is no notification that it has renewed, that I have processed it, that I know of.
Yeah, the database doesn't do that. That is correct. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yep.
The database barely tells you have to renew. So
Okay, then going back to Laura's thing, she's asking about scholarships, and oh gosh, there's been too many people chatting.
Scholarships and open it up to the public for STEM and engineering courses. I have to bring that up to the EC because that's something that is a big change. So that's just something I'll have to bring up to the EC. Get us back into movies. Well, I mean, we had a lot of people destroy our reputation with CBS, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, see, at conventions, I tell people we are Starfleet, the oldest Star Trek fan club you've never heard of. We get to chuckle out of them, and I tell them we've been around since '74, and they just look at it and like, "Really?" I say, "Yeah, we've been around for a while, and it's here now. And what can we do for you?"
Yeah, I basically go send out my Section 31 agents that do not exist to try to get all this stuff fixed. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? Oh shit!
Okay.
You forgot to mute that.
I'm sorry. I see about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think I'm butchering Jeffrey's name.
I see 9 agents right now in the chat. They're everywhere.
Here we go.
I think we even have one on the Tiburon.
you can't even say my chapter right.
Tiburon.
Tiburon. The shark.
You can't be incorrect. Never mind your chapter.
That's true, Wayne. That's true.
Okay, Lauren is sighing. Lauren, why are you sighing? And she's saying, Stephen, shut up. Okay, moving on. Tiffany says there are public access radio and television stations in every market. At the very least, we could approach them because we are nonprofit, right? So maybe
Well, we're a social group. We're a 50c7, not a 3. So that changes that a little bit. And I mean, really, if you're talking about local markets, that's really kind of up to the region or the chapters. It's on the board.
I know Linda Smith, that's a CEO in Region 1, she's on a TV show a lot promoting Starfleet, especially.
Oh, yeah. Linda does tons of stuff like that. Oh, I didn't realize that button's there. Oh, look at that. That changes everything. Oh, ow, I forgot the pin was on it. Oh, that really hurt.
Hey, everybody got to be quiet because Stephen's not here.
Oh, the IG's here. Don't get in trouble.
We don't want an investigation on us.
Wayne, don't blink.
I'll try not to.
All right. Thank you.
I don't.
Are we putting hats on?
My
Where
LED lights are
Starfleet
starting to bother
gear
my head.
out helps. If you've got a Starfleet, an SFI sticker for your car, wearing your gear. I keep the business cards in my purse and hand stuff out. Oh, look what Al said. He said the Bismarck does a monthly radio event. You should share that with us so we could all listen to it. Is it internet radio or is it local?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, yes. So Al, if you want to send me that, I can post it. And without the flags or SFI stuff, our tables are quite busy. Seems there's some bad blood among fans and the old guard at SFI. Well, a lot of them are dying off, literally. I'm getting up there.
I don't think I'm going to get the top of that naughty list that Kim is writing up, apparently. Wow. But Jeff is right. I've run into that a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But a lot of the gripes are from, 10, 20 years ago. And it's like, come on, people.
What I meant by dying off is that they're not in Starfleet anymore because they're elderly and they just are not interested anymore. I'd like to know what our median age is right now. I'm going to say it's like 33.
Well, we have a person online who was a member in an international group, and he's trash talking the organization like that, like just horrible. And he's like, I want people to tell me, talk me into why I should come back and why this and why that. I'm thinking, dude, I don't want you back in my fucking organization. My God. I mean, he's tearing everybody apart. And Wayne's VRC got on there and gave him a good ass to him back. I'm just like, oh, if I could pat you on the back of the shoulder right now, I would.
Oh, Bob did?
Yeah, Bob did.
I'd like to know who that was.
Last name is Simmons. And it's not the R9's RC. It's not the R9 RC either.
Right. Okay.
Yes, Bob told me all about that.
Oh man, I got a very quiet phone call that you should log in and look. I'm like, oh shit.
I don't
Which sticker do you have, Julian? There's a couple that have been out there.
I've got an old keychain. I've got one of the little ID card holders that folds.
This I got it. I think I got it IC 2008, 2009. So
I used to have a tote bag. I don't know what happened to it.
I'm actually looking into getting those back. Is a tote bag. Actually, I got some samples coming in from our supplier that we use of some stuff coming in the next few days that I'm going to play around with.
Sometimes it's like the littlest things that get you involved into Starfleet International. For me, I just happened to run into Larry French at work, and he had a Starfleet polo shirt on. I was like, oh, I like Star Trek. And he was like, oh, I'm part of the Inferno. And that's how I joined.
Good old Lauren.
God help us all. So now so it's Larry's fault that we have to deal with
Larry's fault. It's all Larry's fault.
Larry French, if you could hear us, thank you for nothing for having Mary Dutilly join the organization.
No, I was at a convention and a long gone chapter was But at the time that was active, they had a little table, and they took foam, and then they had saved, when you're building models, the little plastic frames that are left over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the screws.
Yeah, they had wrapped Christmas lights around the foam cube and then sprayed those plastic all black and then put that on there, and it looked like a big board cube. It was awesome. Cool. And that drew me over to the table. It was back when you had to mail in your $10 or whatever.
Well, how do you
know what? Personally, I think it should be higher than $5.
Is that through Pony Express?
I would pay $10 now.
I shipped that box to Wayne the same day I shipped that box to Steven. Wayne got that box with the 17th, and Steven got it yesterday. As a matter of fact, actually, Frank, you could have gone and picked it up. It went to New Hampshire from Colorado through New Hampshire to get to Kentucky.
Sure, that makes sense.
Well, it went from Colorado to Iowa, remember? And then Iowa to Massachusetts, and then to St. Louis, and then back down to me. I was like, that's fucking retarded.
And I think the only reason it got to you was because I filed that complaint, and the postmaster for however you say the town I shipped that to, I'm never going to say that right. How do you say that?
Paducah?
Oh, that's Paducah. See, I was never going to say that. I'd say Podshoe or something. I don't know. Paducah. He's the one who emailed me and said, I'm looking into this and I'll get back to you. And then all of a sudden the package was in Paducah. I was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Well,
I had a package mailed from Maryland and it went down to Florida. And then it finally got to me a couple weeks later.
Mine took a while, but when it came, I opened it so carefully. I took a little X-Acto knife and I was afraid I'd hurt it.
Ray, did you see that We Are Starfleet shirt that Stephen was showing a few minutes ago? That's an athletic shirt. It's not a good one at the moment because I just was making samples, but we can do that.
I don't want a running one. I want one of a reclining, lay about the half shirt.
What is that? What is like reclining shirt?
It's like when I had walking pneumonia. I said, "Can I have the lying down kind?" What I had to the walking one.
So who's this?
I don't know.
I bet it's Russell Incognito. Or it might be Gumby trying to get in.
Is there a magnetic sticker for cars by chance?
Whoever it is taking themselves back out, so that means they have admin privilege. So I bet you it's Russell.
Yeah, what were you asking, Mike?
Bran, is there a magnetic sticker that I could put on my car, just like a magnet with SFI's logo available?
We could do. It's not available now, but I could definitely make that happen.
Okay.
I want some big ones that says Commander Starfleet official vehicles when I drive it to Florida.
No,
I will get a big one that says Commander Starfleet, big jerk, and you can put that on your car. How's that? Courtesy of Lauren. I bet she'd like me to say that.
So my 9-year-old was asking me, she doesn't really understand that I'm not really a president or anything. I'm a president of the organization kind of, but she doesn't really understand. So she's like, does that mean you get flags on your car? Do you have people escort you? I'm like, no.
I've actually been looking to see how to make those flags for the cars because I want those in my car. But
I said I could, and I could have one that's got 5 stars, but people are gonna be looking at me like I'm retarded. Like they do already.
I was going to say they already do that, so that wouldn't change anything.
Flag to get like those magnetic flags that they have.
Well,
the little tiny ones.
That's nothing. Like Fiona.
My logo would be nice.
Fiona put a comm badge on my vest. I have an outerwear ballistics vest, and it's got like a makeshift shirt on it. And so she put my comm badge on there. I didn't know about it, so I went all day long, went into court, went this, do this, sat through a deposition. I had a comm badge on. The judge is like, Deputy Parley, I see you have something new in your uniform. I said, certainly. And I looked down. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'll take Fleet Admiral AMA for 400, Alex.
And the answer is, this project will be done soon.
Kiss my ass. Whoever said that.
That's right. I sense his fine touch. Tiffany wants to know the update on the database.
Update of the database. Check back first quarter of 2021. Thank you. Come again.
What the heck was that?
I know of 2 former CSs that wanted to have escorts, and I was like, "Get your ass in the room."
Blazer never wanted one of those. He should have though.
Well, I was told that there would be a few people that would escort me around the conference this upcoming year. They said, you can't be too tough. I said, so what do you do? If somebody starts to cough at me, what do y'all do? They're like, we're going to tackle them to the floor. I'm like, I'll give you a 6-pack of Kentucky Best just to see that shit.
You see that video of that guy getting that Mike's Hard lemonade to the face?
Dude, that is fucking funny as shit.
Oh my god! No, it was.
If you haven't seen it,
It was a twisted tea.
oh, Twisted Tea, yeah, Twisted Tea.
The guy's like, hit me. He hit him so hard that thing busted open. I'm like, oh, I bet you he'll feel that in the morning.
Oh,
Did you see the rest of the video? I just found it today. I went to YouTube and found it. He just stands there and they get in a fist fight. But
yeah,
there's like, if he stands there, he's got to be on something pretty bad. But
wow, I'm surprised he didn't get knocked out. I mean, he got hit hard with that.
Oh,
twisted
he got hit hard.
Yes.
Well, I've been hit in the head with one of those big beer cans like that, like the Twisted Tea. It won't. I mean, it hurt, but it's not enough to knock you out.
No, it's tin or aluminum now. So yeah.
Look, I got an escort right there. I'm gonna have a Marine escort.
I put up.
This is like throwing gasoline on a fire.
Yeah, just throw some crayons at him and it'll distract.
Oh, that must be the decal he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Julian, send that to me on Facebook. I want to see if this is the person I'm thinking about because we have somebody selling our logo without permission, and I have already had to get on to 2 different people and contact a lawyer about it. Julian, send me that link to my private Facebook page, please.
Are we even able to do anything to people in the UK?
You know, I'm just saying that we can scare them enough.
No, I'm just saying.
I know some rednecks I can send over to them.
Are you allowed to ship those overseas though?
Absolutely.
They have their own brand over there. Trust me.
Do you have to declare that on the declaration statement when you ship stuff overseas?
Nah, just say 1 redneck and 60 cases of beer and bananas.
You should have called the postal worker when I gave them the declaration that it was acrylic awards, and they're like, "What does that mean?" It's an award made out of acrylic. The stuff I'm talking to you through. Yeah, that's the whole Twisted Tea meme thing.
Yeah.
That's that. It was funny though. If you haven't seen it.
It was. Then he gets up at the end. I'm okay. We're good. We good.
Yeah. Okay.
Julian sent it to Steve
In the
Parmley.
United States.
Send it to Steve Parmley on his private Facebook.
I mean, that doesn't carry a lot of weight in some countries, but thanks, Russell.
There you go.
Oh, I like that.
There you go.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Boy, that was back when I watched wrestling.
That's one of the ones I saw. I was like, oh, is this the Canadian classic that I was talking about?
Got quiet.
Send Steve up to Canada. Why?
Steve don't want to go to Canada.
Jason, if I come to Canada, buddy, I'm bringing a can of Twisted Tea whoop ass. I'm coming to your apartment.
Send him to Nova Scotia.
I'm going to give you the seal of approval, CS style. It's going to be a smackdown of epic proportions.
Smackdown of epic disappointment? What?
Yeah, just send them some angry Scots. Exactly, Jeff, I would. We have it up there in Canada. Yos, man, I'll send you a keg if you can go over and just give him the smackdown for me. Get him hard. Let me check out this link.
Okay.
Okay, so it's nothing of ours. That's good.
Okay.
Does anybody watch the GalaxyCon live events?
I have been watching those. Those are good.
Yeah. There's a couple of Star Trek ones coming up. On January 3rd, DS9 is on.
Oh, nice.
Voyager is on January 23rd. The crew from that show is on January 23rd on GalaxyCon Live.
Nice.
I don't know if everybody's aware of that or not.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun attending those, those panels. I really enjoyed. There was one that Voyager did for celebrating their 25th anniversary. That was
good.
There was one with Kate Mulgrew and William Shatner together. Oh my! Talk about a mismatch. It was
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
my
I
God.
heard about that.
It
Did
was
you
like-
notice the pain on Kate
it was like
Mulgrew's
Janeway-
face?
Yeah, it was like Janeway meeting Captain Kirk.
Right.
That's what it was like.
Talking about Kate McGrew, did you guys catch the special where her statue was unveiled in Indiana because her character was born in Indiana?
Right.
And
It
that was
good.
a wonderful. They did a really good job with that presentation and
Wow.
doing like the backstory on how it came to be, and it was a good segment that they did for that.
Wow.
And
I'd
she
like
was
to see it.
genuinely touched. She was genuinely touched by that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Where's the statue? Where's it located?
It's over in Indiana. I think Eckhart, Indiana.
Bloomington.
Bloomington. Thank you.
I will
Okay.
try, Lauren. I will try. I still haven't watched Discovery from last week. I need to catch up.
Oh, that's good. I love it.
It's the
I will
final
not
one. I
say
thought there was
anything.
two more.
Ugh.
If you don't watch them, watch the Ready Rooms with Will Wheaton after you
Yeah.
watch the episode.
Oh, those are
those
great.
are good.
Those are good. Yes.
I get so excited. I want to say, calm down.
Yeah. He is like he's so excited every week. Unbelievable. It's funny. He doesn't ask enough questions about the plots though. He's more about character development and
Mhm.
more of the actor, but I'm more interested in the plot, why things are going on, and about the show itself. And it seems to be he concentrates more about the actors and behind the scenes than about the show itself. It seems. I don't know. I would ask a different line of questioning than what he does, but he's taking it from a different stance, having done it. That's what I see. I don't know. What do I know?
I've been liking the Discovery that's been directed by Jonathan Frakes. He's been really good.
Those
Are those the best? Those are such the best.
Those are the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Those are the better ones. They really
I'll bow
are.
out of this conversation.
We know, Wayne. We know. We were just talking about that in the green room.
There's
Yeah.
our viewpoint on Discovery, folks.
Congratulations to Russell.
On what? What did Russell do?
He's the new XO of the Battleborn.
Oh,
Hey.
I'm like,
You know that?
what I do now? Yeah, that's kind of, we've known that for a little bit. It just got officially set out.
Oh, so
Congratulations.
you climbed under that desk, right? Got that third pip?
I got the third
This
pip
is
from
right
you, if you
after dark.
recall.
Did I? No. Well, I guess that's why you left something under my desk, huh?
That's what you do for you stealing screenshots, is what you did.
Hey, you know what? That fucker sent that shit in my damn department. I'm not even kidding. I have to tell you about that off screen.
Yeah, that's fine.
This isn't After Dark.
It's whatever I say.
Isn't that dark?
Wait. It's
Into an
10
After
o'clock.
Dark
It's
show.
technically after dark.
All right.
Technically, yes.
Been after dark for 4 hours. I mean, what do you-
As,
Tonight-
as the international
It was
member
dark at
pointed
5
out to
p.m.
me,
Eastern.
yeah.
Tonight at 12:01.
It'll be
Region
one day
have a
more.
new RC.
Oh,
Yay.
I was about to say somebody should play one day more for the rest of the day. Just keep playing it in a loop.
I'll take Fleet.
Oh, yeah. So that was made by our technical director, Ed Tunis, for when people ask about the database. You can just play that. And,
Yeah. So here, hey. So whoever just asked for it, here you go.
I'll take Fleet Admiral AMA for 400, Alex.
And the answer is, this project will be done soon.
Thank you so much. So everybody's asking about that damn database. There you go. So yeah, that's funny.
I mean, we do kind of owe them an answer, don't we?
No, not really. I'm still tired of answering it. When I have definitive good news, I'll tell you. All I can say is it's a work in progress.
there's a reason why it's actually good to just give a general. We'll go to CD Project Red, what just happened to them. They kept getting pushed for a specific date, and then they got it, and now their game got pulled off of PlayStation Network because it's full of glitches. Just everybody needs to remember, yes, it's getting worked on, and when it is done, it will be complete and it will be working.
I will say
hopefully
this.
minimal glitches.
Before I leave office, the taxes will be fixed. The database will be new. All the little problems with the good old boy club will be gone, and it could be whoever comes in after me will have a smooth sailing, nice Commander Starfleet ship.
Until that turns into a train wreck.
Yeah, I'm going to say,
you know what? If it turns into a train wreck, as long as it's not on my track, because I have plenty, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
A smooth and peaceful transition is always desirable.
Yeah.
There's a question for you.
No, look at that. There you go.
I'll take Fleet Admiral AMA for 400, Alex.
And the answer is, this project will be done soon.
Okay, next.
It works
next
for
question.
everything. It's amazing. There's some new things coming on the horizon. There's still work in progress. We're doing a lot of micro segments with a number of correspondents that are helping us to get Starfleet at large basically finished. But other than that, there's not a whole lot coming from the department out.
So I do have something here. It's I want the people that's on this group to define Good Old Boys Club, and then I'm going to give them my piece. So, Bran, let's start with you. What is your definition of the Good Old Boys Club that Starfleet has had a problem with for years?
Wow.
And don't hold back, please. This is after 10 o'clock now. It's good.
Well, it's only 9 o'clock my time. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's Central Standard Time, my time.
People watch this at different hours.
Good Old Boys Club. That's a phrase that's been thrown around Starfleet for hundreds of years now, I think, practically. But basically, it's something that every administration gets to deal with, and it's pretty much just people appointing the same people that are their friends to get the same thing done to get the things done that they want to get done and lock out other people from coming in with new ideas and stuff. That's basically it.
Okay. Russell?
My definition of it, I give it with one word: cronyism. It's you have problems with past administrations and people who have been consistently re-put in the same positions or in those positions for long periods of time, and it gets to the point where there's no upward mobility in certain areas, and it goes at the chapter level, at the region level, even at fleet level, and it's not always bad, but it can be. It can really stifle problems, and you run into problems with expansion when things are going to be advanced. When new abilities come to us, like stuff like this, the videos and such. I remember I hit a lot of headway with a group of people that have said that we don't need this. This is not something we should be even working at and such. We should be concentrating on getting the email lists up and running again and getting, for lack of a better term, 30-year-old systems back up and running full and plain instead of looking to find a better way to transmit information. And I'm not saying that this is a better way. I'm just saying it's an option. But basically it's just, sometimes people get set into a specific mindset in a way, and when something else comes along, it's immediately dismissed.
Yeah. It's about the people don't want to progress, in making changes. People are very afraid of changes. I've seen that at work, and it's like you're running up the flagpole if you want to make drastic changes and do something really different. That's what it. I mean, when you have people that keep doing the same things over and over again, and people are comfortable with. But generally, people are comfortable with that. So that's the issue. People don't like change, constant change. That threatens a lot of people. They're not comfortable with constant change.
Yeah.
Whether sometimes it's better, sometimes it's better, sometimes it isn't. But that's what the issue is about. That's what people don't like.
Ray Amble, I'm going to answer that question at the end. I want everybody else to get a chance. So, Wayne.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Wayne.
Me?
Yeah.
It's all of what everybody's touched upon, but with the old boy network and all that, usually I've encountered where it's longtime Starfleet members who feel like that they're entitled. they're owed something. Just because you've been in Starfleet for 20 years doesn't mean you have 20 years experience. You could have 1 year experience 20 times. It all depends on what type of a member you are. But the old boys that I've encountered in the time, they're the ones that feel that, well, I've been in Starfleet for 20 years, so my word matters. Well, no, it doesn't. Not really. It all depends on how you carry yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Maria?
Me, the good old boys club, like what everybody has said, like entitlement, people are like afraid of change. But also like, I also kind of view it also as you scratch my back, I scratch yours, quid pro pro, like you do this for me, I do this for you, like trying keeping certain things like, the way they want it to be to benefit themselves. So.
Okay. Frank?
Yeah, it's a lot of what everybody's saying, but it's basically, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But they ignore the fact that it is broken, but they don't. It works for them, so they ain't broken, so they ain't gonna fix it.
All right.
So I mean, it happens everywhere. Certain people who've been around, like you said, forever, and they're comfortable working together, and that's all they hang out with, and that's all they care about. And it's other people, new people trying to come in, and you just can't get. They look at you like, oh, you're a newbie, get out of here. It's like, your ideas don't matter to us. We've been doing this for 30 years. We know what we're doing. You don't.
Yeah. Kim?
Oh, no, I just pulled the questions up.
Okay. So my answer is, when I first joined SFI 12 and a half years ago, I was a nobody. Nobody knew me. Nobody would give me a chance. I went out there and tried to apply for different positions. I was new. Nobody knew me. Nobody gave a shit about me. It was Dennis Rayburn who actually took a chance on me, maybe his 2nd Battalion OIC, and I held that position for a decade. But you've got these members, like everybody said, that they think they're entitled because they've been a member for 20 years, that their word carries weight. Their word don't carry shit. They are people that want to keep this organization in the 20th century and just not want to embrace new technological advances, new ways of reaching our members, because what we're doing now, I guarantee you, none of the past administrations, if they did think about it, they never actually got off their asses to implement it. So the good old boy club, it's just people think that they want to be better than everybody else. They want to do it. They don't want to give the people the chances. I've actually brought on people who nobody would have ever thought that would actually be doing a great job, and they are some of the best staff members I've ever had. And that they've never been looked at twice by other people because, like Bran and everybody else says, they keep bringing in their buddies, the same people to run SFI, and they keep running it into the ground. I mean, hell, now we're exactly, 3 years that our taxes have been screwed up? Three different administrations, I think it was, something like that. They just don't do their job. So, I mean, I wanted people that could help bring us to the 21st century. Granted, not everybody is friendly. I mean, they can be an asset sometimes. I can be too. But my job is to get the organization moving forward, not dragging backwards or being sucked into the abyss. I mean, there's no reason why we should not be 10,000 plus members. And the reason why is it's because a lot of the good old boys club hindered doing new things and taking new advances and wanting to take chances and get new blood in here and do this and do that. They just want to keep drying down, and they think, well, like Russell said, they don't want this new concept. They want this old email crap that doesn't work half the time. But, it took somebody coming in and saying, I'm done with this crap. I'm bringing in new people. We're doing this. And we're a Star Trek fan club, and we do not embrace technology, which is stupid. I mean, if you guys like Star Trek and you hate technology, get the hell out of the way. At the end of the day, we don't need you. Because if you're not actually wanting to betterment the organization as a whole, what good are you? So you've been a Abner for 25 years. You don't have no authority. You're a nerd with a collar device that says, I've got 4 pips. Hey, congratulations, you're the Abner of your desk. Woohoo! If you're not actually trying to better the organization, you're just a jackass with a rank. Is that going to piss people off? Yep. But I ran on the platform, no excuses, so I'm not making an excuse. We're changing it. We're getting rid of it, and we've been doing really good at getting rid of it. So far, so good. Mm-hmm. So there's my answer.
Keep doing it. That's good.
How about when they would ignore the rules and membership or make up reasons for acceptance, especially when it Jeff, I can't say for past administrations on that. I can tell you that we stick to the membership handbook. I can't tell you. I don't know. I mean, if anybody, I'll tell you right now, if anybody violates the membership handbook, I'm telling you, I'm dragging their ass in front of an IG investigation and straight into the board. I have zero tolerance. You got 2 board members on here right now. They will vouch for that. If they are violating members' rights or violating sections of the handbook, I'm ordering an IG investigation and I'm dragging their asses in front of the board. We're
pretty sure that as regional coordinator right now, I talk more to the IG than I did when I was vice commander.
Yeah. So I mean, we're not playing around. We're not taking bull's crap and everything else. If I get wind of rules being broken or anything, I mean, I talk about it a lot. My first 28 days in office, we had an RC that went off the damn rail and thought that she could run her region like a dictatorship and basically told me, you need to stay the hell out of my region. I'll do what I want. And no, they don't fly. And I got rid of her ass on my 28th day. So I'm not afraid to go up against anybody. If you're violating rules of this organization or you're being a bully to members, I promise you, I'm going to be your worst friggin' nightmare.
Yeah. Kim raising her hand.
You may now speak, Kim.
Well, it's a courtesy. Antonio, that was me that answered that about NSYNC. If I answer something, I forget sometimes because it comes up under Steve's name. So Steve did not know that was an NSYNC song, not Backstreet Boys. I didn't want to hurt your rep.
He might have known, he might be
He's a boy band guy, I can tell. That hairline.
I love boy bands. I'm in the BTS army.
Oh God.
There's nothing wrong with him. Okay, I am going to say this.
Okay.
Here's something I don't understand. I don't care what your political affiliation is, but how can you be a fan of Star Trek and not embrace technology and not be more tolerant and understanding of people with different lifestyles than you have?
Oh no. My thing with BTS, that's a Korean group.
I'm
right?
not talking about BTS, but I mean I'm talking about in general.
Yes, I agree. If you're not the whole point of Star Trek and the whole what it's supposed to represent, if you're not embracing what that meant, then I don't understand why you forget the technology. It's just the humanitarian part of the acceptance part of what Star Trek
the humanitarian
year in the shows
and looking to the future.
You came back to all this, Mike. You can facepalm all you want.
Now, Mike, I haven't had the pleasure to actually talk to you live on a stream.
You're not missing that.
So I don't really know much about you, but I look forward to working with you.
No, he's been a guest before.
Has he?
Yes, twice.
Wow, Mike, you left a great impression on the Commander Starfleet.
Well, you know what? Here's the problem. If I don't remember you, that means you have not fucked up and not on my radar. So, Wayne, I know
I'm
Wayne.
still on your radar. You call me on a regular basis.
I know Wayne.
Yeah,
Wayne.
we need to get off that radar, Bran.
I don't know how. I don't know how I got on the radar. I said yes. That was the problem.
Usually, hang on. So, like me and Wayne, we have good connection also because we're brothers in fire. But usually, after shit hits the fan on the AB, I usually have an immediate message from Wayne. He's like, "Dude." Dude.
Yeah, because I just cannot believe the circus that we sometimes.
Oh God, the AB.
Really don't.
And you guys think that your RCs don't do shit? I promise you that they do. I mean, we haven't had it yet. Knock on wood. We have not had the 8-hour AB conference. I'm sure it's coming.
I've done that.
But I mean, we've had it where it's like a damn 3-ring circus. I got people talking over top of people. I have to tell people to shut up a few times. It's some of the stupidity that comes into these AB meetings. I'm just sitting there I'm just texting my VCS. I'm like, okay, hey, do you want this job? Because I'm about ready to tell the board where they can stick this. I'm just saying it's coming close, and it usually ends all right. But I remember 2019's ECAB meeting. That was an interesting one because Jeremy was not there, of course, but somebody brought up a motion to dissolve, and Marines out there, don't freak out. This was just a motion from a long time ago. They brought up a motion to dissolve the SFMC. And it was silence, like complete dead silence. And all of a sudden you heard Jeremy on the phone. You got to be fucking kidding me. I'm like, oh, Jeremy's up. He's on it. And, I'm just like, some of these people, I'm just like, Man, I'm just like, ooh, I can't
Wait
wait.
a minute, let me channel Lauren for a second, Stephen.
What? You may speak now, woman, or forever hold your peace.
I think she was chastising you for your language.
Well, if she's big enough to come chastise me, I tell you what, she better get a
Listen
bit.
here, little mister. People want.
Man, look at that. It's nice and quiet, and she's not speaking.
You're gonna end up with a can of
don't do
twisted
that.
tea in your face at some point.
No, she's. I love Picker and Kim. I love Picker and Kim.
I know. But when
Why
I
do I
first
see
joined,
random feet behind Russell's head?
Yeah, I just noticed that too. It's
my daughter.
Oh, I'm like,
laying on the
what
floor.
the hell does he have tie up back there behind?
busy.
Somebody call the police department.
It's my daughter either watching YouTube or playing Among Us. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm off the clock.
Russell, tell what your daughter just what she's developed an interest in.
Oh, she just binge watched the entirety of Lower Decks. So.
Well, that's pretty cool because Lower Decks was awesome.
Yeah, she really likes it. She's kind of mad that there isn't more though. But.
Let's see. Look here, what Rachel said.
That's cool.
And that's what it should be. I mean, I have a brother that's gay. I have friends that are transgendered. I mean, come on, I'm a chubby old lady that is completely gray-headed. I mean, if I can be accepted, any of us, we should accept.
Yeah, so
well, that's true.
And here's something else, okay, guys, because I had somebody send me this message. Let's talk about the audit on the Facebook group, okay? Because it seems to be a very heated subject, okay?
Wow, he moved the camera for this one.
I understand that people's life choices are different. I understand we have transgender members. I understand we have people that are classified as non-binary. I understand that, and that is your business, and I 100% support you. No problem. It's not, the military has a don't ask, don't tell policy. I don't care. It's not my business. If this what makes you happy, I like Elizabeth. Elizabeth is a transgender person. She is a sweet person to talk to. I love her to death, and I have no problem. I don't care about that. So please do not get offended if one of the members of the communication staff contacts you because your name does not match up to what's in the database. They're doing this at my order because I have to make sure that all SFI Facebook groups are compliant to make sure we have members only. Now, this audit will be done every quarter. It will be mandated every quarter, and it will be in the new database and the new membership handbook too, as every quarter. And it's because we want to protect everybody's rights. So I had somebody who said, well, I'm transgender, and I took offense to that. I said, look, it wasn't mean to be take offense, but I said, if your name is different than what it is on Facebook than what you have in the database, I said they have to ask or they remove it.
Right.
Said,
it's a process. You don't just wave a wand and everyththing's different.
My best friend, we grew up. We've known each other since we were 1 year old. We were in the military together. He's now transgendered. He now identifies as female. He's still my friend. We'll still go back and throw out beers together. And I'll do anything from him. So I don't care about your orientation or not. Just please don't understand. We're not doing this to single you out. We're doing this to make sure all Facebook groups are compliant for security reasons. That's it. So
I can add to that, Steve, as a good example. As a good example that this does go everywhere and that Eric is doing his due diligence. Stephen Parmley's daughter has a different last name on her Facebook account than what she does in the database. And she was removed from members only by Eric and sent a message saying if you would like to return, you would have to send me your SCC number so that I can verify it in the database. That's the daughter of the commander of Starfleet. So it's not people getting singled out. It's literally your name doesn't match. And it's come up where it's people's names aren't spelled right in the database or that they use a nickname on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Or they use their full name on Facebook or a full name on the database, but they use a shortened name on Facebook. Like it's
Bill versus William.
Yeah, it's stuff like that that's gonna trip it up because he's taking the membership list, he's putting it in a spreadsheet, I assume. He's taking the database, exporting it into a spreadsheet, and he's doing a comparison. And any of the names on the Facebook side that don't correspond with names in the database, he's going through and sending the messages saying, hey, I need your SBC number.
And you guys have a week to respond before you are removed.
Right.
So
check your email.
Yeah.
Make sure your email is up to date.
Yeah, make sure because
And if it's not, submit a help desk ticket.
Mm-hmm. Gotta love those help desk tickets. They still don't get answered, but by God, you can put them in.
Oh, they
For emails, me and Frank can fix those. I think Frank can fix. Can you do emails, Frank?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, me and Frank can do emails. It's the big stuff that Tony has to do.
Fran-
That takes way longer.
Fran Booth asked, "Is the membership handbook entirely online?" That membership handbook has been online since like 2009. And the new one is up to date. We also have it supposedly being uploaded in French and Spanish as well, too.
Yeah,
If you've been a member for a long time and you've not looked at the handbook in many years, read it. Refresh your memory, please.
Yeah, they just put tickets in to get the Spanish and the French version. I think it was updated.
Yeah.
Tiffany, on the audit, I can point out right now on the audit that Eric's already found well over 100 users that haven't been members of the organization for over a year.
Yeah, he found 2 that was on there that's not been in for at least the last 5 years.
Yeah, so the audit is there because in past administrations, it's simply been ignored. You get added. There's no way for Facebook to access our database, even with the new one, and verify membership across from the board. So it's something that has to be done by hand. And again, unless somebody wants to come forward and start paying people in comp ops and communications to do the job, it's going to have to be done on a basis of when they have the available time.
Okay. Rachel has a suggestion about making that a field in the database so you can give your social media name on your renewal. Is that a possibility?
It could be. I don't know if Tony would really like that idea right now, but yeah, it's not something that couldn't happen.
Hey, Bran, can you reset my stupid password with a damn help desk?
Again?
Yes, this thing is being stupid. I'm going to blow this whole damn thing apart.
I need $50.
Right.
A charge.
Come on. I just went over this. Like,
hold on. Where are you?
This is so stupid.
What is your dumb name? There you are.
Password is 1, 2, 3,
I don't know what I named it.
Spelled out 122 TWO.
My God, it's amazing. It's the same thing I have on my luggage.
Oh, hang on. Never mind, I got it.
Wow, you're about a millisecond in time.
Should just hit reset anyway.
No, I went to view my passwords in the Google settings and I found it. I'm actually going to.
Didn't we just talk about accepting technology and being thirsty? I mean, I'm just asking. Anybody else catch that? Anybody else? Is that just me?
I got it.
All right, thanks, Russell. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's hard for me sometimes, when Russell asked me if I wanted this job. I was intimidated at first, but then I thought I need to learn stuff and stay current.
Okay, no, the password doesn't work.
Then you typed it wrong.
No, I didn't type it wrong.
Well, obviously, if it's wrong.
He put the password at CS's board 2020. It doesn't work.
Sure, it was
Copy and paste it.
No shit.
All right, hold on.
Did you try it in Arabic?
I'm gonna try.
I did use a different font this time.
I'm gonna try it.
Oh, the font. It was the font.
It's the font. It's definitely the font.
The font.
Where are you? Good God, man.
Oh God.
Where are you? There you are. Are you ready for this? I'm sending it to you via Facebook because that's always a secure way to send information.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There. That's your new password. Enjoy it.
I love Spaceballs.
You're such a dick. I'm just saying.
Hey, thank you.
I love Young Frankenstein
Hey,
better.
change it again if you want me to.
I guess Spaceballs would be my second favorite, but Young
Right.
Frankenstein's my favorite.
Why do you want access to the help desk? Get out of my help desk.
There are so many quotable moments. on
It's
Facebook.
my help desk. It's my organization till I leave office.
We just elected you to run it. It's not yours. It's not your personal property.
God, if it was, some of you guys would be hanged from the captain's mast. I'm just saying.
Luckily, that's only like 5 feet off the ground, so I'm not worried about it.
So this has evolved from the SFI After Dark. Actually, it's the SFI AMA. Then it went to After Dark, and now it's the Tech Support Hour.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for contacting Starfleet Tech Support. We will get to you in the next 7 to 8 millennia. Please stand by.
I was happened to be in the chat when Steve's computer went completely kaboots. That was interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, that was
On that.
yeah. No warning, and he's like, "Kim, run it." So,
Yeah.
what was it? Galaxy Quest. Oh my gosh, I need to
Oh, I
watch
love
that.
that
I've not
movie.
watched that in a few months.
I just watched that documentary.
That's a good one. That I wish they hadn't. I wish they hadn't deleted the scenes they deleted. I like those.
Right.
I like the voiceover they did to make it PG instead of.
No, I just went in there and left a nice note for the Spanish and French things that's still sitting there that was put in on the 27th and not been worked on. Nothing. Not let's see.
Oh, that person?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well.
So
yeah.
I moved it to critical and left a nice note.
I'm going to read the note. I want to read the note.
With my help desk.
That is a nice note, actually. It's not even a bad note.
Would you like me to leave one? Oh my God, I can.
I mean,
Don't I,
that's up
Frank?
to
Don't
you.
I always leave?
Your note.
Thank you, Nate.
It's a help desk for the rest of our lives, but well, unless I delete it, I guess.
Bran Stimpson. Only way he got 4-star is he got down there and polished. Not kidding.
What?
But how did I get mine? Think
What are you
carefully
babbling
before
about
you
now?
answer that.
Anybody listening to what he's talking
How'd you
about?
get yours? I have no idea. I wasn't. I wasn't the CS at the time.
Yes, you were.
No, I played the 5th. I didn't.
Did
see
he actually
nothing.
go through and clean up his? Oh,
Don't hear nothing.
Because I got it.
No.
Oh, when did I get it? A few months ago.
What was Tim John's first question?
I didn't see a Tim John question.
Neither did I.
Tim John. Well, how far did I? Well, Jeff, why don't you ask it? So I don't.
I've actually noticed a couple of times now. I'm on the Facebook stream and on our stream. Our stream doesn't show everybody's comments. There's certain people that.
well, fix it, Russell. Get on it.
I don't know. It's something with Facebook.
Back to the tech support
They've been
hour.
running into problems with it.
We'll fix your tech support problem in 7 to 8 millennia. Please enjoy this hold music while you wait.
Your call is very important to us.
I call and listen to the IRS hold music every day.
Take a number.
It's the same hold music, I'm told, from 10 years ago, as a matter of fact.
I will tell you something. My mother is very proper. She makes me seem like a sailor as far as talk goes. And she was loopy from her procedure the other day, and she was just talking about anything. And she said, "You got a promotion, didn't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Well, who'd you sleep with to get this one?" And I said, "Mother," she said, "Well, you know, your last one, you got accused of sleep with somebody. You're too old for that shit now." I went, "Mother."
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty. You should have received something in the
I just got that message through too.
warranty. Since we have not gotten a response, we are giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file.
I pissed somebody off because I had that call and it was actually a human that I said, hit a button to talk to a human person. I said, look, so there's no way you have a warranty on what I drive. They said, sir, we warranty everything. I said, so you warranty a Galaxy class starship with matter, antimatter, and they're like, are you serious? And they hung up on me. I'm like, yeah.
When I get we actually get at the firehouse, we actually get those robocalls on our emergency line. And I always press to speak to an operator, and I just tell them, I'm waiting for you in the parking lot, and then I hang up.
Nice.
By the way, if you're friends with John Alvin Lee and you haven't noticed, he's been hacked. So if you get a message from him on Messenger, ignore it.
Right. Yeah, I got a message like saying a friend request from John, and I just knew it was a hack.
I had a message like we were ready, and and he was wanting me to do this thing to go back and get free money. And I was in the shower, so I told my husband, I said, answer it and say, when are you moving back to Johnson City? Because I knew he didn't live in Johnson City. And the guy recognized.
Yeah.
What is Antonio talking about? Helpdesk at SFI.org's been working fine, right?
What was that, Frank? Sorry.
There's a statement in here from Antonio talking about Helpdesk.
Oh, here it is.
Not working.
The emails. Okay, so if you're talking about an email, I wouldn't even bother. If you want to submit a ticket, submit the ticket in the system. Oh, hello. The emails. Literally, the help desk email gets about 1,000 emails a day. So if you're looking for Russian brides, erectile dysfunction medication, hair loss stuff, I keep sending those to Steve, but he hasn't told me he gets them. But it's just crazy. So unfortunately, the email is not a great way to communicate to the help desk.
Yeah, the ones that I get.
At least,
what is he doing? What is he doing now?
At least I know that Greg Mortensen has seen that damn message.
Oh, that's where you get messages from already? Oh, wow.
Just saying, if he did his
job.
Hi. So when I receive the the emails that people send to help desk, I respond, please go to, and I give them the website. I say, please put a ticket in for tracking purposes. Thank you.
Yeah, it's always better to put that ticket in, just because that system at least works. The emails do not. You might not, and remember, we still have the email problem with AOL and all the other ones that are listed, and it's on the help desk. That you have one of those emails. If you submit a ticket, we might not be able to reply to you, or we are replying and you're just never getting it. And we apologize for that too. But most of the time, we try to get the stuff fixed.
Steve, Tiffany passed on prayers. I mean, she wants you to have prayers and good wishes.
We'll tell her I appreciate it. The surgery's Monday, but thank you very much.
Tiffany, there's a lot of stuff going through here, and sometimes you miss it, and sometimes it doesn't show. So sorry. This isn't Big Brother where you see everything.
I will say another thing with the tickets. I've had a number of times where people on members only have said something like, I can't get on my Moodle. My Moodle password doesn't work. Or I can't log on the database. I've never been able to log on the database in 2 years. And I message them and I literally ask them, have you ever sent a ticket? And they always say no.
I mean, that's it.
And it's like, how are you supposed to get it fixed?
If I catch it on the members only or something, I'll try to help you right there, if we can. And I'm sure, Frank is the same way. And, if we can, we will. I know when the Aries was launching, their guys were going nuts and we were helping them, me and Frank, and the girl's name I just forgot because I'm stupid, but okay.
Andrea?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's it. But it's always better to spend the ticket. And you know what? If Frank is great and we assign tickets to people, and if honestly, if Frank tells you the ticket's going to Tony, you might want to poke us every once in a while, because once we assign it to Tony, if he gets to it, he can get to it. I mean, he's doing 9 million other things, unfortunately. So, and we're trying to get to the point where I have access to do more things so that we can get some of the stuff taken care of. But that's been a problem. It took 8 months, as a matter of fact. What is he doing now? Email from where, Antonio?
He's talking about on the page. He's talking about on the SFI page to, instead of addressing people to the help desk email, to just have a link for the SFI help desk.
Thought that was there. Isn't that there?
I got a message that you might like to hear.
Who?
It's from Greg. And it says, thankfully, I am free between now and Sunday. I will start chasing up my tickets. So hopefully if you put in something in the last 9 years, it should be done in the next couple of days.
Hey, Greg, if you're listening, that promotion stuff would be good to get done.
Yeah, no pressure there, buddy. Yeah, I'd like to get it done before my 50th birthday.
Because Kelly's trying to beat up on me, and then I get to beat up on you, and then we beat up on Steve, which is fun. But
and then I take it to live stream and beat up on all y'all.
And then nobody listens.
Oh yeah.
And then we talk about Russell's uniform.
I didn't feel
one of the many.
Russell, is that the new com badge you designed?
Yes.
We say it up close.
The
Yeah,
one
I've
that
seen that
I think
thing.
it was the
Combat design.
EC. Was it the EC that said you can't do it or something along those lines? So I don't want to lose my
Bye.
magnet.
Back.
Hit the wrong button. Sorry. Ooh,
But
look
yeah.
at that.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
nice.
I was told at one point that some people on the EC said, "Well, the pin makers, they can't do the cutouts. They can't do
Why can't they do
that."
cutouts?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well, then
seemingly
obviously they did.
can't because I can see right through it.
Well, wasn't it the
So-
Dallas IC that had the cutouts on the challenge coin? I have that one somewhere. I think that's the Dallas one that did. They can do cutouts.
I know that. You know
well,
that.
obviously you do.
The people who naysayed it do not. And
well, they do now.
Because I had one that I had posed and it got, I guess the reason I was like, why didn't it make it into the finals? I was literally told, well, some people thought that it wouldn't be possible to do the cutouts.
Julian, you need to behave.
They work fine.
That's after dark, Julian.
Eh.
We know what you're thinking about.
Sleep.
The other thing is, if you're having a problem with the with the Moodle, you can send it to Frank. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Frank, don't you just resend those to the webmaster for the Starfleet Academy?
I send it to Carol, and then if she can't, she goes to Jaden.
Yeah, Carol takes care of those.
The best way to do that is to go directly to either Carol Thompson or Jaden, and you can get their emails directly.
Well, the
on
only
SFA.
issue I have with that, Russell, is that one of the other things we use the help desk for is to track issues, big issues. So if like 200 members suddenly start telling us they can't log in, then we need to know. So Steve can know, so Jaden can know, and Jill can know, and everybody can know. Right. So I prefer the ticket idea, going directly. If you're friends with Carol, go for it. If Carol doesn't mind you beating up on her all times in the day, But also remember that there's no tracking of that, so we can't. That was the main purpose in the help desk years ago, was to track trends and issues so we could fix things. But it's a little harder now because
So,
everything's on social media, so it's a bigger thing now. But
what's everybody's thought about the new enlisted boasting their M up?
What?
The
David
new,
Shorey being the head honcho.
the SFMC has a sergeant major of the corps, and now we appointed a petty officer of SFI to help increase the numbers for enlisted members. Obviously, because we had 803 or 806 members, and that is not posthumous, and that's not people that passed away. That's active people in SFI that is captain and above. So we want to try to increase our enlisted ranks. And what's everybody's thought about that?
Okay.
Like, I know for some, I like it. I don't see how. If the problem is that on most of the shows, everybody on the bridge is an officer, so you don't really see a lot of enlisted in the shows, other than O'Brien. And the academy basically has just the when somebody takes OTA, most chapters automatically make them an ensign.
Yeah.
So I've seen chapters like our region has 15. My chapter has unlisted, because I tell them, if you're basically just here to be a fan and to join the club and hang out with us, and you're not really going to be active, you don't want to be, that's fine. You're enlisted, and we go through the ranks that way, for time served and grade. And then once they get to the higher enlisted, I have academy requirements just for that. And if you want to be a bridge officer or chief of something, then you have to go to the academy. So if the academy needs to develop like an enlisted school kind of thing, almost like what OTS does for the officers, so they can learn the book, they can learn the MHB at least.
So we actually we're going to be working. Hang on one second.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of enlisted here in the Tiburon. I've got a guy that doesn't want to get promoted above it.
I was going to say, one of the problems I see with like OTS, just as an example, I'm not digging on Academy. I know it's how they've done it for years. But in all honesty, OTS is something, I think every single person in this organization should take. It's literally 20 questions based on the membership handbook, which if you're a member of a group, you should read it. It shouldn't be something that, oh, well, you could take this course and then we make you an ensign. Honestly, something like OCC would be more along the frame lines of saying, hey, we're going to give you a commission or something like that. Something a little bit with some more meat and potatoes to it than, just a simple course.
You need OTS and OCC to make captain now anyway. You do need that.
And SFDPP.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's it? Okay. Well,
And really, in all honesty, you don't need...
Yeah, Mike, that too.
Yeah, Mike.
If you get to brass tacks, though, Mike, do you really need OTS? Think about it. The information that you glean from the test of OTS, does any of that really matter other than saying, yes, I've read the membership handbook, which is also proven when you take OCC. See what I'm saying? OTS is something like that's when you join the organization, you should be reading that membership handbook so you know what you're joining. So people don't go buy a house without looking at the mortgage.
No, you'd be surprised, my friend.
Brian,
I know there are those, but again,
Murphy
there's
says,
a word we call them.
Well,
Brian Murphy says, is there any hope that Odo members' data may be recovered talking about the 1990-ish? No. We don't have those, and if you have a copy of them, then you could request, you could submit it, we'll do that. Cher brought up, well, here you go.
I thought it was just.
It's up.
I'll take Fleet Admiral AMA for 400, Alex.
And the answer is, this project will be done soon.
I thought we just did that.
Next question.
Didn't James just put up the new one?
I was about to say, one of the other things to make mention of with the handbook is it's a living handbook. It's a document that's going to get changed from time to time, and it's going to take time after the change has been voted on to get into print and out to the people. Like, it's just, this is the way it's going to be.
Yeah, I agree with Elizabeth. OTS should be a basic, like boot, who love you, Cher. Where's this at? Yeah, so Elizabeth's saying OTS should be a basic training for SFI. I agree, because like SFMC, their PD 100 is the basic thing. It's their basic Marine Force manual. Right. That's it. And I really want to. I think I'm going to consider talking with TJ this, and this will be basic training for
TJ. Run, just run, TJ, run.
Because everybody needs to know about the damn membership handbook. If you don't, then there's an issue.
But then don't call it OTS because officer training pool, everybody automatically sends.
Yeah, it probably really should be changed because I kind of agree that OTS is the basic training that you should have. And that I think the reason that most of our chapters reward you for taking it is so that you do take it and learn something.
Well, see, like I had somebody
kind of shoot you in the foot. So
I had somebody send me a message and was trying to tell me, well, you need to be doing this with, out of your office and this, and you have to be doing this. I said, did you read this damn manual? What manual? I said, well, hang on, let me go get this. I said, and I pulled out. I said, here you go. I said, this gives me the authority to tell you this. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. And he's like, well, I didn't know there was any manual. I'm like, dude, are you serious? How long have you been in this organization? Well, 3 years.
Well, that sounds like a bad chapter to me, but that's okay.
No comment. We have a few of them.
But not to say, like, again, I don't want to hamper down on what the Academy does because they do amazing work. They've done amazing work for the organization for years and years. But I've noticed that there's a lot. If you were to take the courses that are available, the majority of them are on Fandom, which is awesome. But we really need some more meat and potato stuff on like how to deal with issues. Like a lot of people I've noticed in the past in chapters don't know how to respond when they have, a mass exodus of crew members. And their chapter just folds.
We need a lot more help.
They don't have the resources, or they don't know what they need to do to get the resources to rebuild after something like that. And it could be something as simple as they made a bad decision, or somebody else on their crew made a bad decision, and it reflected poorly on their club. And it basically folds it. Or they just have people move away, or they've been relying on one family that has like 8 members. And when they move or decide to leave the organization, the chapter folds. There's nothing. nothing there's nothing like that in the organizations. I think we need more stuff like that. More classes that are going to allow captains, exos to kind of concentrate on what they need to do to keep their chapters running, more than just, send in your monthly MSR. And
we do need a lot more in recruitment and retention. Recruitment, actually, really the point, but than we have right now. And I know that many people have tried, and there's been many, many things over the years. I got some fantastic old recruitment manuals that are from days of gone by and forgotten about, but because I collect that crud because I'm weird like that. But
yep,
yeah, I work for Steven, does you a lot. But yeah, we do need more, and a lot of that has always been thought of. The regional coordinators can handle that because they're closer, they're boots on the ground. But at the same time, I can't imagine that Region 1 regional coordinator has time to handhold, a bunch of different chapters. I can. I've got 6 or 7. What do I got now? I don't know. I don't even know what I got right now. 6, not including myself, but that's easy. But what, Region 1 has 50 chapters or more? I don't know.
1,000 members.
42, 43.
So yeah, Jeff Stucker says lots of people have issues with the materials if they weren't mailed to them. They can't find them in the membership handbook, membership card, awards, etc. They seem to think $5 a year as if I should spend $25 in postage and send them to that stuff. No, we won't. But if you want and you request it, I'm sure we can maybe accommodate, but you guys will be paid for the shipping. We
could do an a la carte thing. That's something we could set up that wouldn't be too bad. But
I mean, we're not at that point.
It's going to be a printing and shipping nightmare, but
yeah,
we were talking about that earlier before it started. If you're a CO, it's up to you to get information to your crew. So
my God, thank you so much. That's right. Let's talk about that because I got my ass tore up. So your SFDPP, okay, let's explain this, okay, is Starfleet Data Protection Policy, okay? They go in together. Okay, good. Awesome. You're with me so far. This shit has been harped on the last 2.5 years. I went full effect at it January 1. We sent out things to Facebook messages, the email list, everything. The RCs, I'm on just about every regional Facebook page. I'm on 75% of the damn email list. So the RCs are sending out this information. If you do not see it, that's not my problem. If you bitch because your chapter is now in standby status because you didn't know about it, that's not my problem. We are not going to sit here and send an email to every individual CO. You're supposed to be on the email list, and you're supposed to know it's your responsibility to know what's going on from the fleet. It's not my job to send it to every single CO. If you're doing your job as a commanding officer, you know what's going on in the fleet. You know what's going on in the region. You get emails from the regional coordinator. You get stuff on the paper pages. So you all complaining and bitching about this. Okay, so once your ship goes into standby status, you have 60 days from the day it's put in standby to dry dock. That's 60 days longer that you can take the stupid test. Okay, 60 days. Okay, so let's go a little further. So if you still don't understand it, you have to take this test. And it goes from standby to dry dock now. You have from dry dock to decommission. What is that? Another 60 days, okay? You can still take this test. But God forbid, if you're just hard-headed and don't understand anything, if you go from dry dock to decommission, you have 60 days to do this.
Well, it's funny because one of my chapters, which was put on standby because neither the CO nor the EXO took the test, when I told them about it, I'm saying, here it is, we've been posting this. They're not a member of any of our regional lists. They're not a member of any of the Starfleet lists. And I said, you've been in isolation for so long. How are we supposed to know? You didn't even inquire about any of this. So I said, you bet it would behoove you to get on some of these lists so you can get this important information, or else you're going to find yourself decommissioned. And this has been a chapter that's been around for well over 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And see, like we had somebody online that was literally just going at it. They spent 3 hours arguing this. And guess what? In that time, you could have took that test 3 times.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
it's not that hard.
And I've had no I've got no remorse with the people that, well, I didn't know about it, or it doesn't work for me. If it doesn't work for you, you guys have been told to email TJ Allen or God, who is the woman?
Jill
Rayburn, and they will send you this crap to your email, and you fill it out and you email it back.
And Cher, thank you very much for prodding the CO and XO of your chapter. I'm very, very glad that they're in compliance now because Sovereign is a very important chapter in the region.
It's
thank you very much.
60 days between standby, 60 days between dry dock, 60 days between decommission.
When the CQ went completely online, there was a Region 1 CO that complained that they said, it's not my place to get information to my crew. I went, yes, it is. It says it in the handbook.
Wow.
It's in the handbook. It's your job. It's part of the, see, being a CO isn't just going, oh, I'm the CO of a chapter. There's a job. There's duties.
Right.
Yeah, there are. See, that's what that frustrates me about like some COs. It's like, come on, like it's part of your job to relay. Because whenever Wayne gives me information, I pass it right along to my crew.
Yeah, but that's on us because there really is no training. Somebody could join SFI, take a test, take 2 tests, and start a chapter because they have 10 people within a month of joining SFI. They have no idea what they're going to do. They don't. All they want to know is they want to be a captain in Starfleet.
It's
and let's face it. Running a chapter is a privilege, not a right.
Exactly.
Do you know the only 2 requirements? The only 2 requirements of a commander of Starfleet is to file the taxes and make the board meetings. I don't have to do anything else. If those are the only 2 I'm done, I cannot be removed from office. It's taxes and board meetings. So all this extra shit I'm doing out of the kindness of my heart because I interact with this. I knew this was part of the job when I took it. But there's 2 requirements: taxes and board meetings. That's it. So you COs that's, well, I don't do this and I don't have time to get this information. You guys are a chapter commander of like 15 people. I'm a full-time deputy. I'm a full-time fireman. I'm a full-time father, newly married, and I'm the damn commanding officer of over 5,000 people. So tell me again how I can do this, and you can't.
Right.
Maybe you ought to recheck your priorities. Step aside, let somebody younger take over. I don't know.
And all of you that are active, if your CO isn't getting the new information, get after them. And if your RC isn't giving information to your CO, get after them.
Yeah. If your RC's not doing their job, come to me. I'd love to hear about it because I'll climb into that RC's ass. Trust me, I have.
Bring it. Come on.
And there's some that are big enough.
But something I was pointing out earlier about
some
the academy.
Some of the RCs have big ass. Think they're big assholes. I mean, it's not that hard to climb up into them.
I was going to point out something real quick. So I'll switch my display over. Here's the College of Chapter Development. This is the only real college on the Moodle that has courses that are derived for the purposes of running and keeping a chapter running. You have a 101 course, recruiting and retention, and you have a 102, understanding technology and social media. Okay, that's great. We have something. We have 2 courses. Now I'll switch to the other tab.
And they're not
I'm in the
mandatory.
College of Vampires and Werewolves. No offense.
And
I
the College of Chapter
understand somebody
Development is
wants
not
to.
mandatory.
Yeah, somebody wants to do that. That's great. But the whole point is, we're a fan organization run of chapters. We should have more than 2 courses.
Well, the start manual tells you your duties, and so does the handbook.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, just going back to leadership studies, there's a course in the Flag Officer School that, honestly, right here, FOS 201 Chapter Dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
I've read the materials on it. That's actually really, really good because it concentrates on situationals.
But it's not required.
No, it's not. I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just saying the availability of some. If a chapter CO or XO wanted to do something, CMORT, which
they should do it.
That's the College of Mortuary Sciences.
Oh yeah, okay. But yeah,
Why do
what
we
I'm
have
saying is
that?
some people might want to look at that, and that's awesome that we have it. But what I'm saying is this institute right here of leadership studies, when you ignore the Academy Orientation College and the Bridge Officer Certification, the Vessel Readiness, the degree program, and you just got the Officers Leadership College, you only have these, literally, there's for specific for like the course for the Commander of Starfleet, for the Chief of Ops. These are for the fleet level guys. So you don't really count that. So you really only have the College of Chapter Development with its 2 courses, 1 course of the Flag Officer School that you could take that would help you, that could help you immensely. So that's 3, and then OTS and OCC. So you have 5 courses in the entirety of the academy, and I think Cher could probably pass out a number of how many courses are available on here. So out of all of those, there's 5 that help a commander who might be having trouble keeping their chapter running. I'm just saying that that's something we need to look at and address towards the next year. Because, I mean, right now the academy has a lot on their plate that they're
And
working
most people
on.
never take flag officer school because it's not mandatory unless you're doing a program. And the first level of that, if you think OCC is bad, take 101. It used to be 3 courses. They combined it into 1. It's 150 questions. And it took me 3 months to get through all the paperwork and all the books that I had to download to take it. And it's just it's overwhelming as 1 course. So again, but none of those courses are mandatory for you to be a commanding officer. What's the point of having for any classes, any courses up there, if we don't say you have to take these to be a commanding officer?
I think for the purposes of like shock, it makes sense because, like you're saying, people are trying to get these chapters running. But yeah, at some point they probably should have to have them.
Right, but that's like throwing stuff against the wall and see how many of them actually stick. Okay,
TJ has it right there.
We hope for 2.
They need Ghost Riders because the thing is, you can't like. Let me go back here. Let me look at who the director of chapter development was. You cannot rely on Laura Victor and Greg Kleiner to write every single thing to help a chapter set up. I'm putting it out there to like captains of chapters that have the experience. They've been through these types of things where they've had people leave. They've dealt with situations. They do this stuff on a common basis. They've done it over the years to pass down that information to others, to get that information out there, because that's huge. Like, especially for someone who maybe they joined Starfleet for because they wanted to put captain's pips on, wear a uniform at a food drive or whatever, and they're good fans, and they had a couple friends that said, "Hey, let's join this group. I heard about it on Big Bang Theory." And then he gets into it and he really, really likes it, but he's like, "Hey, I really would like the resources to see how I can become a ship like I'm just going to throw some names out there. The Challenger, who's been around forever. The Cucullin, that is enormous in Ireland."
Understatement.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many that you can point out that through they have longevity because they've had crews that are getting together, that are doing everything they need to do. But then you have other chapters that are struggling. We had one in Region 3 rather recently. He drew every straw that he could. He grasped at every rung of the ladder on the way down and was never able to get it up and running again after he had some people
I'm glad you
leave.
enunciated that.
Huh?
I'm glad you elaborated on that. You said, and I never could get it up. You paused.
Well, we know the problem. We know the problem that's going on in Kim's family.
Is this after dark now, Kim? Did we switch? No. I missed that.
Yeah, we switched over. It's after dark.
But I mean, he tried everything. He
1201.
contacted other captains in the area. He contacted fleet people. He contacted his regional coordinator. Everybody tried their best to do what they could for him, but in the end, it had gotten so far in the issue, basically completely dwindled his chapter down to nothing.
There's
Until
a
it was
commander
just him.
officers Facebook group, but nothing ever happens in it.
Yep.
The start manual hasn't been updated since 2010. I think it needs an update. It still talks about the 30-mile rule and the.
It's updated.
Oh.
It is updated, but they haven't even got it online yet. So I don't know. This is 2021 is going to be really interesting. I'm probably going to end up having to do some staff changes, some key staff.
I volunteer.
So
I'll change.
Oh, you're stuck.
No, this is a little bit higher than you, Bran.
But my whole thing is like, to get back to what I was talking about. We were the original topic, which was the enlisted corps.
Yep.
A lot of what Starfleet was is they were based off the original idea that Gene had, and Gene spoke of this quite often, is that he didn't feel that enlisted would really exist in space. He was very, very much on the board with the NASA idea of everyone going into space is either an officer or a college education, which means they would have a college degree. Most enlisted men of the time didn't have college degrees. I mean, today it's a little different. You can have a college degree and be enlisted all day long, and they won't give you a commission. But go back to the 1960s, 1970s. If you went and got a 4-year degree from any college, you generally would get a commission.
If you applied for it, not necessarily. Yeah. I mean, I was in the Air Force. I knew enlisted, so a few that had master's degrees, and they were enlisted. They were E7 or an E8, and they were enlisted. But they didn't go to OTS. They didn't go to the academy. They stayed as enlisted. They wanted to be enlisted. They were enlisted. But some of them had master's degrees, and this is the case. I mean, if you don't go through a commissioning program, you don't get promoted to officer right away. It doesn't work that way. You have to go through a commissioning program, either ROTC Academy or in the Air Force OTS, or in the Army they call it OCS, Officer Candidate School. So there's nothing such thing as automatic. It doesn't work that way.
The Navy does it, but
well,
the Navy's been doing it for years.
The Navy was similar to the Air Force. It's either the Academy or ROTC, or they have a OCS. It's one of those. You don't get a fee. You don't get promoted because you have a college degree to an officer. So,
Mike, that was back when you were in the Civil
War. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 2-hour.
But they do the warrant system.
The same way.
The Navy uses the warrant system for that.
So
in lieu of
with warrants to officers.
Yeah,
because a lot of times with the Navy, because former Navy, a lot of times with the Navy, once you get into senior enlisted and you get to a point where you have a college degree, it usually comes. They'll move you to warrant instead of taking you to OTS because they cannot afford to have you leave fleet.
Okay, the Air Force doesn't have warrant officers anymore. They did away with that when I was in the 70s.
Yeah, I was about to say the last one I think was in '92. He finally passed. He was the last one to go, but he hadn't been in the Air Force since like '71 or something like that.
I remember I met one of the last warrant officers in the Air Force. That was in '76, I believe. The last one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 2-hour mark. Kim's falling asleep on camera. Tonight, we are joined tonight with Admiral Bran Stimpson, SFI Member Services, Admiral Kimberly Donahue, Associate Producer, Major Russell Camp. Lieutenant Colonel Russell Camp, excuse me. Executive Producer of the After Dark Show, Vice Chief of Multimedia Services, Admiral Wayne Augustson, Regional Coordinator, my ugly ass in the middle. Captain Maria Dutilly of the USS Stella Pirata, Fleet Captain Gonzalez, SFI Help Desk and Membership Processing, and Admiral Mike Stein, the guy who always wants an update on the damn database.
He hasn't asked about it in a long time, actually.
Right.
Thank you all for coming on. I hope everybody has a blessed New Year's. We will have our final After Dark of the year tomorrow night. So if you can be there, great. If not, everybody have a blessed New Year. And, of course, live long and prosper.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
All right,